All right. My name is Cheyenne. Cyril, you can call me Shy. I work for JP Morgan. I work as a fraud analyst basically for almost 10 years. I worked at Teleperformance for 2 years, then was transferred over to JP Morgan Chase and worked there for 8 years. So basically, my account in Teleperformance was JP Morgan. So they were kind of like took us and transferred us over to the captive sites, which is JP Morgan. So that's why I worked there for almost 8 years. And then what I do there is I just report fraud on credit cards. I also help customers with clearing cards, reporting fraud, for helping them process transactions for plane tickets for travel or book tickets in hotels. I also help
Got it.
them. Basically, that's the gist for that. And also for I have part-time experience as well.
When you were talking to people in the fraud department for JP Morgan, mainly US people?
Yes.
Okay. And so, what was your secret sauce as far as talking to people and getting them to relax? They just have fraud. They're all mad. They're upset with something bad's going
True.
on. How did
Well,
you get them to calm down? Like, what was your secrets that you got people to talk?
I do realize that people will tend to come down if you will just let them speak whatever they want. Like just let them get that feeling out and then just let them know that you're there. You're there listening to them, sympathize. Of course, that's a great thing. Well, basically just be there because when you cut them off in that time when they're really in the verge of very mad and then you cut them off, it will just only make the things worse. So you just have to like really just listen. And then once it will come down, then you can just let them know that, hey, I'm here, I'm listening. Don't worry, we can do this, and just give them information that you are really there for them and help them.
Got it. Perfect. Sounds great. So, tell me, I'm super interested about what you did for Wealthy Media.
For Wealthy Media, that part-time virtual assistant, my responsibilities is that to copy paste writers or authors story, news story. Basically, it's a news website that we do. It's called Ben. If I'm not sure if you heard Ben, but the website that we do, I'll just copy the author's information and paste it to WordPress. And then we are also the one who is responsible to find a best picture or featured picture for that specific topic or the story or the subject, basically.
Can you tell us a little bit about what the topics were about?
When I was there, it was mostly about Trump, Biden, like the president in the US, politics, basically.
Politics.
Also, the war going on in Ukraine, yes. But I
Oh,
think they stopped the topic. I mean, they cut the news for that one because it's very controversial. So they stopped the news for that one for the war. It was only for politics. We continue doing
got it.
politics only.
So was Wealthy Media, was it more just a web-based media company publisher, or did they have print
Yes.
products and that kind of stuff?
Actually, there
Just
were
digital.
other Mama Say What, I think that was it. But at that time, they do not have any news to share or something. There were no authors talking about that. I'm not sure if you heard Mama Say What. I think it's about fashion. I'm not really sure. Or news for celebrity. I'm not sure. But I was also part on that team. However, there were no big news for that. So they were focusing on the politics area first. So, but the main reason why I didn't go through it was only for part-time. It's because I got sick because I work in the morning and then work in the evening. It didn't work for me for that long, so I have to give it up. That's the reason why I quit the virtual assistant. Although that was really nice actually because they were based in United Kingdom, but the main focus was in USA. The topic was all in the US.
You were at JP Morgan up until 2023. Why'd you leave JP Morgan? Just curious.
There were a lot of reasons. One was in Cebu. I am actually right now. I live in Misamis. I went home in my hometown. In Cebu, it's very expensive. Like the rent, I cannot really save at all, to be honest. The rent there was around 10K monthly, and that doesn't include electricity, water. So I really have to quit my job there. And since JP Morgan doesn't offer work from home, I really have to resign. I needed to resign basically. And then since my father is the only one left at home, I need to tend for my father as well. So that's why I have to quit and find a job, a work from home job.
Nice. And so it looked like while you were at Wealthy Media, you were working at both. You were working at both
Yes.
Teleperformance and doing that, and you were doing that kind of part-time. Tell me a little bit more about the 630 Media and what you were doing for them.
In Sixth Theory Media, I was like a content designer at that. It was actually just for fun, basically, because that happened during COVID. And then what happened was I was in this little forum. It's actually for Korean pop. I was into K-pop during COVID. And then I just applied for the content designer. And then I got close to the admin on that specific website and he hired me. And then that started that responsibility. I was just responsible for back end and front end, not really the most technical part, but just to like design badges for the users and then upload images to the website, something like that.
Actually, I was curious about like the badges. Like, how does it work? Does it work like how badges works on social media platform like Facebook? Like, if you're the top fan, is like you will assign this badge. How does it work?
Well, it looked something like that. Only is that it was easier because it was a forum. So all you need to do is just design it in, just example, Canva or Photoshop. Just design a badge, and then all you need to upload in the back end. Just there's a specific settings there that you can just upload it, and then it will automatically show on the front end, and then the user will just click if they want that specific badge. And once they ask for that, all you need to do is just provide it to them using the back end again. Just look for their name and then click on that specific name on that badge that they want, and then it will automatically generate on their profile.
Which platform are you using for the front and back end development?
I'm not really sure, but I can check if you want. I check it real quick here.
Is the site like incorporated to other social media platform, or is it like a standalone site?
Have you heard about allkpop.com? It's basically more about news about K-pop.
I'm on there every day.
Me too.
Oh, you're there. Yeah, so that's it. I am there.
Is Dragon Ball Z K-pop? Dragon Ball Z is not K-pop. It's just anime, right?
I think it's Japanese.
Japanese. I'm not really sure what's the name of it. Volt Lab. That's the name of the back end.
Sailor Moon is Sailor Moon. Is that K-pop?
Japanese. To be honest, all K-pop, it's like a big forum for like the K-pop. It's a very known like, would I say like a social media?
Oh, so yeah, they're using Volt Lab suite.
I can see them all over Facebook, all K-pop. So they have a lot of
That's
followers.
programmatic advertising that's following you because you
Oh.
go to all this site.
What would you say you liked most about the PVA training?
Well, that I really love actually editing, to be honest. In JP Morgan Chase, I was also part of the editorial team. So it was just a basic thing that I do. Every time there's an upcoming event, I do the design. Like if it's a Father's Day, I do the news that there will be coming Father's Day, something like that. I just design it in Canva. And then what I do is send it to our department via Outlook. So that's just easy thing I do in JP Morgan. And I do love editing. So during the PVA training, I enjoyed doing the pagination. There were a lot of projects that Miss Dal asked us to do, but what I do love the most is pagination and also doing the WordPress website design.
Very cool. Were there any specific topics in the PVA training that you would like to explore more and learn more about?
Yes, actually, I like to learn more about the email management. I do not have experience on that one. We did discuss it, but we did not like hands-on like log into the MailChimp because there were a lot of software that we use. But MailChimp is the one that was given as an example, and we watched the video for how it was used. It's really different when you're listening to a video and doing it yourself. You will learn yourself if you're the one who's hands-on doing the logging in or doing the research or something like that. So that's one of the things that I really want to explore more, the email management.
Great, great. I'm sure you'll get that opportunity at one point after this video. Excellent. That's what we're looking for, somebody who's willing to grow and learn, as they, expand their experience in this universe that is the PVA, Publishing Virtual Assistant.
I really actually like doing magazines. I mean, well, I was curious to know how magazine like work, and the PVA training helps a lot, and do with the information that was given to us, it was enough to learn us how it was being processed, how this works, how it was kind of tricky. Like everyone is working, it's a branch and doing something, like there were different like departments and stuff like that, and it's really nice actually. Once you will see the results of that magazine that you were a part of, it's really nice to know that you were part of that. I'm part of that. I made that. I'm one of the person who gave idea for that. It's something that's really amazing. When the PVA training or there was a publishing work post, wow, I want to do this. It's really nice that there was a training. It's really helpful.
You mentioned during your video that you enjoyed the uploading of issues to the issue website.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
tell
True.
us
Oh,
about
I
your
forgot about that. But yeah, that was also nice. I was actually amazed at how beautiful the pages that it will flip like that. I didn't know that was a thing. There was a site for that. That was also nice experience.
I was about to ask that, Dave. Yeah, I was about to ask Shy, like, what was her greatest takeaway during the PVA training? It sounded like it's more of like the learning that you got, like learning
Yeah.
new things. understanding more about
True.
how do you think it helped you in terms of your, like, with all the experience that you have, like from banking and finance as a fraud specialist all the way to being a virtual assistant, which are really focused on media. How do you think the PVA training help you, that like you can tell to yourself like, wow, I become a better person after this?
It helped me actually a lot because there were a lot of things that I didn't know at that time. I was very curious how does PVA or how does PVA work or how does it work? Like how does it function? And then being a part of it was really a big thing for me because I love editing. Ever since I was grade 6, I think, my mom bought a computer and the computer at that time was really different from our computer right now. I really like to edit Friendsters, MySpace. I like to edit the layout, the background of that specific profile. I really love doing it. I even earned money for designing layouts for my friends. So when I learned about the PVA training and there were things that I learned a lot. One of the things was like David said, the ISO, that was really amazing because when we were editing, it was just paper. I mean, it was just like there. You cannot see it flip, but when you upload it to ISO, that's when you can see, wow, I can actually make this on my own. I can be a PVA. I can do this, something like that. So it really helped a lot. And were also things that like the terms that was provided to us and information that were provided to us, that was also helpful because even though I'm really into editing, there were some stuff that I didn't really learn because what I meant to say is first I was only self-taught. So it was different when Ms. Dal provided us the information, like the terms that was used when you edit photos. That was really helpful. There were a lot actually. And then all those information for the magazine, like the kicker, the headline, the intro, the byline. I didn't even know that there were names for those on the magazine. I didn't even know that there were names for those. And that was something that I really love about it. It was, for me, to be honest, training can be very boring. With the PVA, even if that was just a training, I love the idea that I was learning and then it's something that I really love. So to just sum up, I love it very much. The learning, the stuff, everything.
You're not shy. You're not shy at all.
Not at all.
Uh, hey, last question for me. If you were walking up to a Starbucks and you had to order a coffee, what coffee would you order?
White chocolate mocha,
Or
chocolate
hot or ice?
ice, but no whipped cream. I don't like whipped cream at all. No whipped cream.
Perfect. All right. Well, I'm good. I think this is super helpful for me. I think this helps me uncover as you guys are talking to PVA people and they go, I need help with content migration from the magazine to the website and WordPress. We immediately go like Shy. She's done that.
Mhm.
She's got customer service skills. She's got basic Canva stuff. She likes to do copy editing, which are all good strengths that we all need to know when we go through our day to day of talking to customers and what they're looking for. Any other questions for you guys?
No, I just want to say, Shy, you did an excellent job. I really appreciate
Thank
your
you.
communication skills, and I see a lot of opportunity for you in both inbound, outbound calls, as well as, some of the skills that Mike mentioned as well.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Wish you all the best of luck in your
Yeah.
Thank